Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. So as you guys can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about self-concepts and how you can use self-concepts to change your life. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody has a self-concept. It is not like something that you just attain or you get. Everybody has a self-concept. Everybody grew up with a self concept. So it's either you have a high self concept or a low self concept. So basically, what is self concept? To put this in the most simplest form, a self concept is basically how you see yourself. How you see yourself, what do you think about yourself? What do you feel about yourself? Especially as opposed to everything else in your life. How do you see yourself in relation to money? How do you see yourself in relation to people? How do you see yourself? Just at the end of the day, it's just about your thoughts, like how you perceive yourself, how you like what you say to yourself, right? So that is self-concept. And like I said, a lot of people have high self-concepts and a lot of people have low self-concepts, but obviously the goal in life is to have high self-concept. So someone who has a high self-concept, I'm going to give an example of two different people, one with a high self-concept and one with a low self-concept. So let's say Anna, she has a high self-concept, right? Anna would literally always think positive things about herself. She will always feel like she's deserving of every good thing. She expects life to favor her. She expects good things to happen to her. She also has good relationships because she knows that she's deserving of the best relationships. She knows that she's an amazing person. She knows that she has a kind heart. And she obviously attracts opportunities. She attracts money because she knows that she's deserving of money. She knows that she's abundant and everything. Then let's say Derek has a low self-concept. So Derek, he is literally intimidated about life. He feels like he's a victim. He feels like he's not deserving of good things. He feels like he's a terrible person. He feels guilt whenever he's probably in a relationship because he feels like he's not good enough. So you see the things, right? There is no way you will have a high self-concept and you will not attract good things in life, because people feel your energy. People feel and people reflect to you the way you reflect yourself. So how you feel about yourself is always going to be pushed out to what the universe will give you, or to what the 3D will give you, which is another form of like manifest, which is basically the whole point of manifestation, right? As within, so without. So basically you cannot have a high self-concept and expect bad things, as well as you cannot have a low self-concept and expect good things to happen. And I know there are people though that have low self-concept and they get good things, but it probably never lasts. Like for example, if you have a low self-concept and you end up manifesting a relationship, right? Like you just happen to get a relationship, maybe because of your physical attraction. Later on you will realize the relationship will not last because you're constantly thinking you're not good enough, and your boyfriend is cheating on you, or your partner is cheating on you, or you think he doesn't love you because you don't have the perfect body. You think that he can never like be obsessed with you. You think that you're not even deserving of getting gifts. It's going to affect your whole relationship. So you have to build your self-concept and make sure that you feel good about yourself before attending to the world. People usually think that it's about the people around them. Oh, why am I having bad friends? Why am I always constantly like, why the opportunity is not coming? Why am I not wealthy? Why am I not this? Why am I not that? The problem is never really the people. The problem is you, because how you feel internally is what you're going to get outside. And I know a lot of people don't like to agree with this. They think that, oh, they are born like their life is just unfair. Life cannot be unfair to you. Like life doesn't have a mind of its own. The physical reality does not have a mind of its own. Things will just treat you the way you treat yourself. You can't see, like, it happens. Although, yeah, there's some people that will still treat you badly, but like, you won't meet most of those people, or at least you will not have those people in your life, because you have a high self concept. When you have a high self concept, you will attract people who love you and who care about you and who treat you like a queen, because you're only going to want to be around those people. Someone with a high self-concept will never be with someone who treat her less. She'll never have friends who treat her badly. She'll never have a relationship or a partner who treat her, because she knows that her self-concept is too high. to accept trash. She has put herself on a pedestal, and because of that, she's only going to want to be around people who will treat her the way she's treating herself. So at the end of the day, once you get a good self-concept, your life is literally like you have already done everything. You have done everything. That is the highest way to manifest anything. Literally just self-concept. Like, that is all, because self-concept is also kind of tied down to law of assumption. What you assume to be true will end up manifesting as the truth in your physical reality. So what you assume to be true internally will always manifest materially. Do you understand that? So I know a lot of people are like, how do you have a high self-concept? To be honest, there's not really like, there are actually practicals to doing this, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to believe every single thing that you say. A lot of people feel like they have to see things to validate what they feel about themselves. And that's not how life works, because the universe, the 3D, is literally a reflection of your internal. So you cannot say that, oh, I want the 3D to show me that I'm beautiful before I feel beautiful. Because once you want something and once you're looking for something, you're basically showing lack. You're showing that you don't have that. And what will happen? The 3D will reflect that lack back to you. So when you're thinking that by wanting something means that you're going to get it, no, the 3D is going to show you that, where is it? Like, because you are saying that you don't have it. So what do I mean by this, right? You have to feel and create your own belief system internally and detach from the external. So when you say, I am beautiful, I am perfect, I am amazing, good things happen to me, this should be things that you believe so strongly without even having to see proof. Because the moment you keep waiting for something to validate you is the moment you are taking away your power. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So that is the first thing I'll say for self-concept. Like before, I used to be so desperate. I used to depend on the external to validate me, whether it's my looks, whether it's my achievements, just everything about me. I'll wait for, the 3D, like, oh my God, like I need to see proof. And I realized that I just kept manifesting things that just kept making me feel empty about myself. But once I realized that everything starts from internally, I have to believe myself enough to stick with the things I've said without even needing it externally. So now I tell myself I'm the hottest girl alive. I'm the prettiest girl. I love myself. I am so beautiful. And I simply choose to believe it. I simply choose to believe this. And that's the thing, because the moment you make your words the final say is the moment you don't need the external. And the external, funny things that the external is always going to catch up. You're always still going to end up attracting, but you have to be very, very persistent with the things you say and the things you believe internally before it manifests materially. And that's why your focus should never be on the external, always on the internal. So you have to believe the things you say. Now that you believe the things you say, you have to be careful of the things you say. So you're not going to say things like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. Like literally at any slight convenience, you have to be aware of the things you say, because the things you say becomes something that will be neutral to the brain. And like I said, what you say is always going to be pushed out. What you believe about yourself is always going to be pushed out. So if you think, oh my God, like let's say you're wearing your dress, or you just randomly say you're broke, or you just randomly say you're not deserving, like, oh my God, like I'm not deserving, blah blah blah. You are literally making your brain get used to that thing, and it's not supposed to be like that. That is why you have to be so committed to affirmations. Affirmations are something that I genuinely don't think anything else has changed my self-concept more than affirmations. I am always affirming, and like I said, I am detached from the 3D. Once I say something, it is final. You have to affirm the things that you want or the things that you are. If you want to be beautiful, tell yourself you're beautiful. Don't wait for anything to show you're beautiful to feel beautiful, because who the fuck, like who is in control of that? You are the control. You are literally the master of your life. You get to decide who you are and persist on it. And once you do that, once you believe you are beautiful, you will start to attract things that would be in alignment to what you have said. Once you believe that good things always happen to you, you will attract things that would, manifest that. You just have to be persistent in everything you say. And the thing about this is that when people are saying affirmations, I know they always say, oh my God, I say affirmations, but I don't believe it. Like, basically, like, it's hard for me to believe it. It's hard for you to believe it because you are used to saying things that are the opposite of that, not because it's true. Let me tell you something. Nothing is true. Nothing is a lie. If you tell yourself you're ugly, then you're ugly. If you tell yourself you're beautiful, then you're beautiful. You just get to decide what you want to believe in. A lot of people believe in God. A lot of people don't believe in God. The people that don't believe in God, they are very firm in their beliefs. They don't care if people believe in God. They don't care. They just believe there's no God, right? So that is how I see, affirmations. You have to choose what you want to believe in. And why would you be brought to this world to say things or to think in ways that are harmful to you? Like, why? Because I had to tell myself, I'm like, bro, like, did I really come to this world to not love myself, to think low of myself, to not think highly of myself? Like, why did I allow circumstances, people who were reflecting their ugliness to affect me? I am the creator, I'm the master, and once I decide something, it is done. I don't care what else or who else is against it. You have to be so, you have to put yourself on a pedestal. That's basically it. Put yourself on a pedestal and let your words matter more than anything else. Because when you say affirmations and you have chosen to really believe yourself, then you would believe the things you say. So for example, you have a partner, a relationship, or think of someone you love so much. If they say something to you, you actually kind of believe it. If they say, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you'll be so shy, like, oh my God, oh, thank you, because you love them. So that's how you should feel about yourself. You put them on a pedestal. That's how you should put yourself on a pedestal, because everything you choose to believe in becomes a reality for you. That's it. Like, now, no one can literally tell me that I'm ugly and I will literally pay them a dime of my attention, because I have already put myself on a pedestal and I have detached myself from external. So I have told myself I am this, I've told myself I am that. So I don't care what the external shows me. I don't care what people tell me. I don't care, because I have told myself who I am. And at the end of the day, no one even tells me that. No one even tells me I'm ugly, because I have portrayed so much persistence in what I have chosen to believe that the universe and people around me have no choice but to reflect the energy that I have told and given myself, if that makes sense. Another thing you have to do, I think this is the most important thing, you have to embody. So you can't say I am beautiful, but then you are acting from a place of feeling ugly. You can't say good things happen to me, but you're acting anxious about every single thing. You have to embody the person that you have said you are. Literally, embody her so well, embody him so well, and just feel it to be true, because it is true. What you say and believe to be true will become true eventually. Just be persistent in everything you say. Every single time that you have a negative thought, you have to realize that this is not the thought I want to align with. This was an old story. This is fake. This is bullshit. I don't want to align with this thought again, and try to cancel it with a positive thought. So for example, for relationships, right? Because I know a lot of people face this when they're in their relationships or whatever. Like, your partner has been loving you, has been treating you like the best person in the world, but that old story, that old person, that self-concept of the old person, and I like to say this, they were old, because if you had decided to change your life, that is the old news. That we no longer want to identify with her. We only want to identify with the new story we have placed, which is the new self-concept, the high self-concept, right? So let's say the old story tries to flash in and tell you that, oh, I'm sure he doesn't really love you, or maybe he's cheating on you, or maybe you're probably not good enough. You have to affirm something that is completely opposite with that immediately. Immediately. Do not allow that thoughts or those thoughts to pile up anytime you have a negative thought, recognize it that this is the old story. Do I want to align? Do I want to like think these thoughts? Do I want to believe these thoughts as true? No, then simply erase it with something positive. So anytime those thoughts come to your mind, you simply erase it and be like, no, I am like the hottest girl ever. My man loves me. He cares about me so much. He loves me because why wouldn't he? I'm perfect. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm beautiful. I'm creative. All those things. And immediately those thoughts will go away because you have been able to differentiate the thoughts. You have been able to realize that those beliefs were the old past beliefs that you had. But now that you have changed who you are, you only stick with the new beliefs that you have. That is it. That is how you change your self-concept and be persistent. Be very persistent in everything you choose to believe in. And you will see yourself striving, you see yourself winning, you see yourself having the best life ever because you have chosen to believe those things to be true. So I hope you guys were able to learn some things from my video. This is basically how I was able to change my own self-concept, and I hope it will help you to change yours because I want to see you strive. I want to see you become the best version of yourself. Bye.